Hey guys, welcome to Altcoin Army channel. My name is Randy Flagg. I'm your host, and I wanna. I don't. It's not really introducing you to a new coin, but there's people that are looking this coin up. I was searching through my, the YouTube home channel, and then this particular coin came up called, or this particular company called Water. Okay, it's called watermine.io. And basically what you do is basically a Ponzi scheme, a MLM scam that I was talking to you about with BitConnect. So this is basically BitConnect 2.0. You put money in, and then you get a commission, a daily commission. Okay, and this is all based off of Bitcoin, because these are like, it's supposedly supposed to be miners, and they're paying you money, which I never heard of before. Like, they paying you money, you give them money or you lend them money and they pay you even more money. That doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, I don't even have to look at the schematics of it. I just know the general idea is a BitConnect MLM Ponzi scheme, and I'm gonna get a lot of dislikes for this, and that's all right, because I used to be on the other side of this 3 years ago, and we basically were a cult. BitConnect was basically a cult, and I'm gonna give you an example of what this was like. Okay, so it's like you give $10, and then every day you get 20 cents. A week you get $1.40. A month you get $6. 3 months, $18. And it's funny. And here you give 20, because here, this is where the greedy people are gonna go. They say, all right, I'm gonna give 2,500. I'm gonna get $65 a day. And you know what? That might happen for a month or two or what have you, but then they're gonna steal it right from under you. One day, the site is not gonna be there. Okay, and what I've noticed is that this particular website is attracting a lot of African Americans. And when I see that, I'm kind of like, well, what's happening right now? People are getting their third stimulus check, because I still haven't got mine, but people are getting their third stimulus check. They're trying to find something to invest it in, and then this is when a convenient time where this pops out of nowhere. This thing pops out of nowhere, and this indicates to me that we might be approaching basically a bear market for a little while. We might be approaching that. And why do I say that? Because the exact same thing is happening now that happened 3 years ago, where you got all these type of kind of get rich quick schemes coming out trying to take your money. Okay, and BitConnect, it started getting popular at around the time, like I would say 3 months before the bear market hit. Now, in my opinion, when the bear market hit, I don't think it's going to be as long as 3 years like before. I think it's going to be a lot shorter, because you have institutional investors in this now. Okay, but I think it's coming. Okay, but that's the greatest time to buy, when it's in a bear market. You just wait. It's going to be a big waiting game. But anyway, this thing is a lot like BitConnect, and I'm going to show you an example of the cult-like status that was BitConnect. Here's a guy who was a perfect example of him. Hold on. Hear this guy speak. We were all following him, man, and a lot of us followed him. He was one of the big wigs in the BitConnect scam, and he wasn't a bad guy. He was actually a very kind guy, and he tried to be as honest as possible. He just didn't know he was in a scam, because he thought he could not go wrong. His name was Ryan. I remember this guy. All right, I don't know what he's doing now. Just listen to him, and then I'll tell you kind of what happened to him after.
Hey everyone, Ryan here. Today is November 2nd, 2017, and today marks a very historical day in my life. I've been with the same company for 13 and a half years now. Wonderful company. I can't say enough about it. They've done great things for myself and my family. So much respect. But today, like most of us, the reason we're working is so that we can someday retire. And that day has come true for me. And so I am done working. I officially called my boss. Was planning to meet with them, but things came up. But I called my boss, told him what was going on, gave him my notice. He was super excited for me. Upset because he doesn't know how he's going to replace me, which, whatever. But I mean, I feel bad, but really, I got to do what's right for my family, for myself. And to be honest, my head just wasn't in the game. When you're making a good living off of BitConnect, it's hard to stay focused on other things. So where you're, especially at a job. So I thought I'd jump on here. It's a little emotional for me, but I think we great things to come. Gosh, I'm trying to think about what to say. Today, Bitcoin hit $7,000. That's amazing. BitConnect was up to 260 earlier. All-time high, some records. So again, today is a monumental day in so many ways. If you're interested in investing in cryptocurrencies, I don't know that you could find a better platform than BitConnect. But just learning what BitConnect did for me, I will tell you, is it taught me about crypto. It taught me about Bitcoin and just the value behind it. It's not just this online digital currency. There's so much more to it. The blockchain technology, just understanding the supply and demand and the way currency should work, all the global aspect of it, and just the people that I've met from all over the world by just joining my team has been amazing. And so and that's going to continue to grow, and I hope that it does, and I believe that it will. With the BitConnect smart card coming out in December, that's going to be huge.
You could watch the rest of this, but I was like floored by his commentary. And you can see this November 5th, 2017. That was about the time that he put it up. I remember, because that was about the time that I went into BitConnect. And then I started getting more people into BitConnect. And I had a good friend. He put like 10K in. And then his mom, she put like 20K in, and then he had his brother put 5K in, and then I knew like a couple of Hollywood producers, because I got friends over there, and I had two friends from Hollywood. They both put 6K in it, and they're kind of frugal with their money. And then because I was making money, I put in 10K or whatever, and then at one point I had like 28,000 or something inside of it, because it was a compounding interest, which is just like what this thing is doing. You're getting compounding daily interest. Okay, that's why it goes up to this amount, because you're getting compounding interest. Now it works for a little while, because in November I was getting money, December I was getting money, and then all of a sudden in January in January I had like, I don't know how much I had. I think I had like like 10K or something inside. And then one day it said, due to some because it was some Texas law that was preventing Texans, a Texas senator had put a cease and desist on BitConnect, and then they couldn't operate in Texas, and then the whole thing just blew wide open. And then at that time, the same time, Bitcoin was crashing. Hold on. But what happened was that in January something, you couldn't get your money out, and BitConnect, the all-time high at that time, he's talking about 260. The all-time high, I remember it went up to like 520. It was on the top 20 at CoinMarketCap. And then it just dropped like a rock. The minute that happened, like you couldn't get your stuff out. Because they were taking your Bitcoin and then they were giving you a BitConnect. The whole thing was about getting your Bitcoin, and Bitcoin was at like an all-time high, like 19,000. Everybody was euphoric. All of these type of MLM scam were coming out everywhere. And everybody just lost their money. You know, it was a bloodbath. Everybody lost their money. It was in the billions. They stole like $2 billion. They stole $2 freaking billion. Okay, and they had the marketing and everything. Okay, look at this. If you could look at that little picture, you could tell. This is marketing all over the world. Everybody thought Bitcoin was it. It was like a community coin, right? And look, if you put BitConnect, you will see, and he was one of the perpetrators. He's doing new stuff now. I'm not gonna judge him if he was bad or good, but he sure didn't help that much, because he was getting people in, and it didn't seem like he had any kind of remorse for what happened. He didn't apologize, say, "Yo, man, I made a mistake and investing in this," or nothing like that. It was just like on to the next coin with him, and that's when I stopped following him. But here you got the SEC suing BitConnect. Look, BitConnect, I lost my life savings.
Hey, this is John. I made a video earlier. It may have a little foul language in it, and I apologize. I try not to talk that way, but, you know, by God, I'm hurt. And I know there's a million others hurt out there.
Here we go, right here.
You know,
look.
I got into BitConnect, and just like you, most of you did, with hopes and dreams. I have a son with autism. I was hoping and dreaming, you know, and thought, oh, right, you know, this is something I can do besides this daily grind that doesn't get me anywhere. And actually have some money for him, and money for stem cell therapy, and just money when I die, you know, that he'll be able to, that someone will be able to take out of the wallet and help him along. It just breaks my heart. Does it make me mad? Yeah.
That's from BitConnect. Look, another story. You know, it's all 3 years ago. January 20th was a bloodbath, you know.
Hey guys.
I think it was January
today I just
19th.
want to touch briefly upon a situation that happened with me. I'm just leaving class right now. I'm pretty sure everybody knows about this by now, but I just want to talk about my personal experience with this. Don't laugh. I was actually one of the people who was invested in BitConnect. Holy shit, was I shocked. Basically, so I found out about BitConnect in November when I first deposited over $2,000 in it.
So you see the timeline. So she put the money in November. You see the time that video was made, the first one where the guy said, I quit my job. That was November. The time I put the money in was November. So these things just pop out of nowhere on YouTube, and they come and they hook you and they get you. And then you put your money in. It's done. I think it's done on purpose. Like it's like a grand, like some kind of. I might be a conspiracy theorist or something, but at certain times they just come out and they get it hyped, and then people get in, and then they lose their money. And this is the same thing that this is. It's coming out, and then within like 3 or 4 months, people gonna lose their money, and then there might even be a bear market, because this depends on how well Bitcoin is doing. You know what I mean? It always depends on that, and you got to get more people to come on with you, because if you don't, then it can't sustain yourself, and then you'll be the one and you'll be the one holding it back. But let's listen to what she got to say.
I was seeing it all over Steemit, and I was two people, Craig Grant and Trevon, I think his name is.
Okay, Craig Trayvon, the one I just showed you. So he's doing another thing called Hourglass, right? I won't touch that with a 20-foot pole. I do not trust Trayvon. Okay, he in it for himself, and he's not very wise. I remember looking at him, and he lost like $1 million. Okay, I've seen him lose $1 million because they hacked his wallet because he was showing it online. Okay, $1 million. Guy who does not make very good decisions a lot of the times. Okay, and then Craig Grant, he was just like one of those guys that was just promoting BitConnect. He wasn't like an evil dude, but a guy that you should keep at a distance. He's, he was like one of them used car salesmen. But check it out.
We're really like saying that, oh, it's real and blah blah blah. And then what I actually found out, like I was reading some of the things online, I was like, it's a scam. But I'm like, oh, how is it a scam if people on Steemit themselves are like expressing it? So me being stupid, it's a learning experience. I invested $2,000 in it. Basically, they said that if you invest $1,000, you get a certain amount, and then over 1,010 and above, you get like a 0.10 extra. So I did 2,000 what I earned from Steemit, and I put it in there, and it used to give me like some days it would give me like $18, $15 back, and then there's some days you give like 50 cents at $1. How are you gonna take $2,000 and give me 50 cents? It makes no sense. And it says that when the Bitcoin's price goes down, you earn more, or Bitcoin price goes up, you earn less. It just started to make no sense to me at all. So basically, a couple of days, I earned like I think $300-400 from it for the last like 2 months, I would say.
Yeah.
And I think I took that money out and I didn't reinvest it into it, but I still had like.
So that's the same thing I did. So I was like, I took some of that money out and I put it in other things. Like, thank Lord, I put it in one thing and it got me, now I got a substantial amount of money where I don't have to worry. Like, I could invest like $2,000 or $3,000 or $5,000, and if it doesn't work out, I'm okay. But it was crazy. It was crazy. And I was always scared of BitConnect that it would collapse. But then at some point, when you finally let your guard down, that's when it gets you.
Like $50 in there right now that I just lost. But that's not my point. But my point is that I still have like $50 in there right now that I just lost. But that's not my. So basically, a couple of days, I earned like I think $300-400 from it for the last like 2 months, I would say. And I think I took that money out and I didn't reinvest it into it, but I still have like $50 in there right now that I just lost. But that's not my point. But my point is that I lost a lot of money because of the fact that on BitConnect itself, they're giving back, I think, they're giving me back like 2 coins or 3 coins, which is worth $653 out of that 2,000. And basically, with that $653, I can't take that off of any exchange. They're telling me to use like QT wallet, and I can't find that anywhere.
Yeah.
So even if I give it to another exchange, like only on BitConnect is it worth that much. If I give it to another exchange, each coin's worth $20. So basically, I just lost all my money. I feel bad for my brother who actually invested on I told him about BitConnect and I found it on Steam and blah blah. He trusted me. He invested $10,000 in it. So my loss is not as big as his, even though I'm really upset about it. But my question is like, what are we gonna do with the people who actually like said it was a good thing? Like on Steam, I realized that Craig Grant himself, he kind of vanished in the last like 2 months, and I was wondering what happened with him. And he wasn't posting all this money about BitConnect and making money, which was really sketchy to me. And then a couple of days ago, I wasn't even allowed to sign in to my BitConnect, and it says that Texas has seized this order and blah blah blah. That it says pick a state that you're from. And I was clicking New York, and it wouldn't let me sign in. And I clicked Texas, and it showed me the money. I'm like, okay, then it's okay. And the last 3 days, it wasn't allowing me to sign in. And I told my brother, I was like, oh, it's not letting me sign in. Is there something, is it a scam? Is there something wrong with it? He was like, no, sometimes that happens with some exchanges. They go down for 9 days. And then last night, when I checked Steam, I was like, I knew it. I was so upset, but it's a learning experience. Now I know not to trust these little things. I mean, stuff happens, like some exchanges take your money and whatnot, but it's a learning experience. I just want to tell you guys, just be careful with anything out there, because there's so many bad people. I don't even know how these people sleep at night, knowing that they're taking people's money. Honestly, work hard for your money like we all do. But that's all I want to talk about today, and I'm sorry for the people who suffered like.
And she's speaking facts. You know what I mean? She's speaking facts, and we all was hypnotized by it. And now when this comes up, I just see BitConnect. You know, it's BitConnect 2.0. And they just found a new way to scam your ass. And what happened is, look, Watermine Corporation. I don't know what that means. But when they spell things wrong on their website, that's when you know to stay away. Because that's not how you spell corporation. I think they were trying to spell corporation, and they spelled that wrong. Okay? You can know scam sites by this kind of thing. They don't even take care to spell the thing in the right way. Right? Offering 4 levels referral program, earn up to 20% from your referrals. This is the same thing as a multi-level marketing scam. 1, 2, 3, 4. You will lose your shirt. Do not get into this. I wouldn't put a dime in this thing. I would not put a dime in it. It's a deposit now. And I'm wondering, what are you depositing? Right? Are you depositing BTC and then you getting money? So what are you depositing? It must be you're depositing, because look at this. Oh, here we go. Okay. Here we go. So you must be able to deposit Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. So they're going to take your Ethereum and then pay you cash. That's what it looks like. I'm not pretty much sure. But they all operate in the same way. And do it at your own peril. I'm staying away from this thing with a 12-foot pole. See, that's why they have the prices here. So it's like Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. So these are probably the coins that they take from you, and then I guess give you the money. You give them these coins, and they're mining, I guess, with your coins, borrowing people's coins and mining, and then paying stuff back. But it doesn't work out in the end. I can guarantee you will lose your shirt. So this is Flag. I'm out. Peace, like, and subscribe.